Welcome back to the last tutorial video about the Justice Creates course. And in our last session we talked about healing and therapy and how this course can bring inner healing about in participants. And today we are exploring two more aspects that have to do exactly with the same thing, especially when you work in a multicultural or multiracial context, like we did in South Africa, where the people are very segregated. And one group of people from one race has not necessarily anything in common or doesn't know anything about maybe another group. So let's dive right into this. The first thing is storytelling. The session about storytelling is optional. Many younger children might feel intimidated to just talk about their own lives, talk about any story that they would want to come up with. And we don't usually do it with younger kids, but with adults and teenagers it has been very successful, and I would encourage you to do it if you can. If you have the manpower to do it, because it requires some more intensive time on your part. It should be done towards the end of the course, because the goal is for them to, yes, share a story of their life, but also to reflect on their artwork and some of the art pieces that they have created, and maybe talk about them and explain them a little bit more. That's what this is for. We have successfully used smartphones or MP3 players to record those interviews or those stories. I've just typed them up then afterwards and given those scripts to the participant to edit and to take out things that they don't like or maybe they don't want to share. And those things can be shared at the exhibition that we'll talk about now. In an anonymous way. If they want to leave their name out of it, that's fine. They can do that in any way they want to share those stories. Why do we do this topic of storytelling? The first reason is that we want to give them more opportunity to explain themselves, to talk about a piece of art that they created. Maybe there was some significant thing in there, and that gives them the opportunity to share that with somebody or with everybody that they want to, even within a whole exhibition, maybe anonymously or maybe with a name. So it validates them, and it validates that this piece is important, that their artwork is valuable. And of course the second reason why we do this session is for them to talk about their lives, to give them some sort of outlet of sharing a story or an experience that they always wanted to share. Always wanted to let people know about, and they never had the opportunity or the platform to do that, and this is it for them. Maybe the only time that they can publicly share something that they want the people to know. Those stories should be completely participant driven though, so you as a facilitator do not come in with a topic like what do you think about the political situation, or what you would want to become when you are growing up. You don't do that. You just let the participants share anything they want to share. And you just listen. And if something is unclear, you can ask questions, of course, and interact and maybe clarify some things or ask them to be more specific or just probe them a little bit, but you don't come up with a totally new topic. That would be inappropriate. Exhibition. Now, in our society, and probably where you are, it's the same. It is a very deep injustice that only the famous and rich, only the ones with the degrees and accomplishments, have the chance to be interviewed about their lives and to display things and stories in public. And such injustice can be ended in an exhibition that you do for the people that you had in your course. If you especially use a setting that is multicultural in audience, as you can see in the next slide, where some pictures are there, it will be a great tool to actually increase that communication and that integration of the different races or cultural or ethnic groups or social groups. This is really what people need to know, what it is like to be me for somebody from a different race or somebody from a different neighborhood or different status, social status. And at the exhibition, people can mingle, they can interact, and they can see and understand that other person, that race maybe that they have never interacted with. It's beautifully displayed in those pictures, especially the one on the left, where suddenly the white and black people are communicating, and it's the artwork they're communicating about, and that makes it easy. It's not their own life, it's that person that displays themselves. But in a way, it's of course their own life as well. So it brings down barriers. There's healing power to be heard across racial divides, and fears and misconceptions can be eliminated. And we realize that deep down we are not actually so different after all, are we? So to prepare for an exhibition like that, you will have a session to do that, and probably there's pieces of artwork that have to be completed and not quite ready to be shown, or there may be some pieces that the student has missed and they wanted to include it and they didn't have the chance to do that. So there's always one session to catch up on those things and to maybe complete some things. And of course you need to be administratively skilled in a way to gather all those pieces for each student and have them all ready and grouped by students' names. When you do that exhibition, please make it as professional as possible and make it nice for everybody to be there. You can have descriptions of the different topics that you did for the course. There can be a general description at the beginning of what the course was about. You can have an opening ceremony, maybe with refreshments, and you make a little speech about this. You can give out certificates. People always like certificates of completion, and just make it a special thing. And that will boost their self-esteem even more. So the most simple art pieces become special when you frame them, or when you put them on a nice background, when you hang them up very neatly in some sort of way that you can design yourself. We found it very nice to group them by topic, but you can also do it by person. Each person can have their own separate display, or you can group them together by the topics that they were under. Make it special. That's really my plea to you for the exhibition. A powerful tool, and really the final result, and a good celebration opportunity for you to finish this course with, and to really celebrate each accomplishment that they have shown throughout the course. And people can even share their own testimonies and their own stories of what they experienced in the course and what it meant to them as well. And that way, they can share with their families, with their friends, with, even the general public, whoever you want to invite. So I will have a story up here just now after the slide, somebody that has shared such a story in the exhibition. Then also there's one more slide that I want to show you the final outcomes, what this course really brings about. So you can just read it on your own time. So thank you for inviting me to your screen, and I hope you will be blessed. You have everything that you need really to start a course. You have seen all the videos, I hope that you did. You have gotten your manual, and just gather a team and start planning how you can facilitate this course, and it will be a great blessing. And as we mentioned, you are a creative person. You will adapt this course. You will not go page by page following the instructions literally. It will be adapted to your suiting and to your desires and to your liking. You are free to do that. This is not in any way a restrictive thing. It should be something that you can develop, that you can adapt to your needs, that you can even expand on. But do keep us informed, if you could, of how it went, what you liked about it, and we can improve it even. There's always on our website, justcreate.space, a space for you to write your comments and your stories, and we would greatly appreciate them. Thank you so much. You can pause the video if you want to and read that story in full length. I will just go to the next slides and show you that as well. And once again, thank you for having me in your home and on your screen. It was a great privilege to share all this information with you.